character, he admits to killing everybody in the entertainment house, and he starts with the true nephew and all the little boys that help the true nephew harm that little girl and kill her, and then frame the main character. Like, he got rid of them first, especially hearing them talk about how the true nephew was going to go into, his sack, become a converter, and how he was going to go around getting justice and righteousness, even though he did that horrible, vile thing to a little girl and then killed her and then framed somebody else for it. Like, the main character was laughing his head off while he heard that. They again start threatening him physically that they were going to kill him and that they had the rights to kill him for their crime because they framed him for it. So they're like, we're going to get rid of you because you committed this crime. And he's like, yeah, no, you can't lay hands on me. Offs them, then goes around and offs everybody, then comes face to face with Adam, who is like, oh, you deserve everything you went through because you're a scoundrel. Your mother was, says some awful things about the main character's mom, from what I can tell, or the main character thinks she said those, like, I wasn't very sure, and mocks the fact that he saved his mom's best friend from being, that horrible thing done to her. He saved her, and he's like, no, you deserve to get this. You don't deserve to have a good life. Like, he rids of her. And I understand the madam of the house, the true nephew, and all the little boys who helped him do those awful things. But every other woman in that entertainment house, I felt bad for. Like, they were horribly killed, and then their home and workplace burned to the ground. Like, I felt bad for all those girls and probably boys, like, all the innocent people who he killed, because he snapped. Like, I felt bad for them. But when he was killing the true nephew and his friends and the madam of the house, I was like, these people are getting what they deserve. They're getting what they deserve. Like, I said the same thing, I think, in Scum Saving System. Like, I was perfectly fine with the original host offing all the terrible people in the house that, imprisoned him and treated him horribly. But, like, at the same time, I hated the horrible things that he did. Like, I'm okay with him getting revenge on people who deserve it, but not taking it out on innocent people like he liked to do. And I just really felt bad for the innocent people that our main character killed. They didn't deserve that. So the attack or threat that the White Moonlight was talking about was not the main character admitting to his crimes and everyone targeting the main character for his crimes. No. The thing that he was talking about was a horde of pawns attacking, or chess pieces attacking the sack. And everyone already thinks the main character is working with the White Moonlight when he's not. And no matter what he does or say, he can't convince them that he is not, especially when the horde is attacking them. And the horde is also calling him master, so this really convinces them more that he's tied. Because again, they did not believe his story about the White Moonlight working with his past self. They're like, oh, that's kind of no evidence. That forbidden technique was never actually polished or, flourished and never succeeded. So they don't believe him when he's like, this is this and this is that. I think the only people that really believe him is the cousin's bio dad and maybe his uncle. But outside of that, no one believes him. They're all accusing him. Like, he's trying to protect his aunt. He's trying to protect his uncle. He's trying to find his cousin to protect his cousin. Well, everyone's stating that he's involved, that he's tied. And this poor boy is like, I'm not a man. And you know what he does to try to prove his innocence when he realizes the only thing he can do to prove his innocence and stop the pawns, because he realizes these pawns and chess pieces were sent to by his past self. The only way to stop them and try to prove his innocence is to try to crush his own core. He crushes his own core to prove his innocence. And it's still not enough. Like, it stops the horde, he crushes his core. His uncle and cousin are both trying to protect him. Because again, they saw that he did this sacrifice. They already kind of believed him. And seeing him sacrifice such a big thing, they're kind of willing to protect him. Like, his uncle is calling all of them foolish and idiots for even thinking the main character is still involved with the White Moonlight. And the cousin is like, you lay hands off, keep your hands off of him. Like, they are upset. Like, ooh. And this is why I love the cousin. Man is willing to always throw hands. In his past life, he tried his best to protect his teacher. In this life, he's doing his best to protect his cousin. Like, I love him. Like I said in the last video, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the events that leads to the death of the uncle and aunt, and the sack kind of getting tarnished. Like, I'm getting a feeling this is when it sends Ollie Sacks against our main character Sack. I think this is the moment. I know a lot of people said it was kind of the cousins whole fighting against, but I think it's him trying to protect the main character that sets everybody else off. They're already wary, and I think the main character's the bad guy or involved with the bad guy, and the cousin trying to protect his cousin is just gonna make it worse. It's definitely gonna be the main character from Demonic Convention trying to protect the Wind Clan, and them not having the resources or abilities to protect the Wind Clan leads to a lot of horrible events, and this is going to be exactly like this. It's going to be kind of like that. Honestly, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't shocked that the SAC judges were involved or tied with the White Moonlight. I wasn't surprised when it reveals this fact, because honestly, they looked suspicious in book 2. The book 2 where they go to the SAC judge's SAC, and the male lead and the main character goes through all those events in the past time period that involved the main character's teacher. Yes, the moment that happened, it had to happen. Somebody having connections to the SAC and being able to do everything they did had to have information and ties with them. I'm like, that looks a little suspicious, especially when it was so easy to frame the main character for what happened. Now that it's been revealed that they're tied, like, this judge's SAC is going to be handing the main character over to the White Moonlight, because the White Moonlight wants the main character's broken core pieces to give to the main character's past self so he can puppeteer him much more better. I was like, oh, knew it, especially when the SAC judges would not leave the main character alone. Like, it seemed like they were driving the main character more and more into a pit and seemed to be outright enjoying it. Like the fucking cousin said. Like how the cousin said. How he was like, oh, you guys seem to not be doing your jobs correctly. It seems like you guys are just getting enjoyment out of it and not looking at the actual true facts. Like, you guys seem to be a bunch of liars who don't do their job right. Like, I love that. So yes, I am pretty sure it was obvious.